Previously on Wormhole Extremists. Welcome back. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Evie.
Greetings.
And this is Small Victories, Season
Woo-woo.
4
Indeed
of
it is.
SG1. And
Eek.
our previously on. So this is the second time, or the third time, I think? I guess because we've had... No, it's more than that, because we've had the Season 2, Season 3...
Yep.
The Nox, or not the Nox.
Yes.
The Tok'ra.
Yes.
And,
yes. The Tok'ra.
The Devil You Know.
Indeed.
Yeah, previously don't come up that often in the early days.
No.
Nice and rare.
Yeah.
Got to appreciate the strength of a two-parter. You get to amortize sets a little bit more. They get to go a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love this opening to Season 4.
This is great. The water
It's
looks
so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot. When I first watched this, I didn't know what replicators were because I jumped from Season 1 to Season 4.
Oh,
And I
you'd
remember
never
watching
seen
this
them
and I was
before.
Terrified.
Literally ruined it for yourself.
Yeah, I saw the previously on. I went, I guess I missed that. Don't have that DVD.
Just ruined your own experience.
They could have really done anything that they wanted with this opening season, and they chose to set it aboard a submarine. I mean, it could have, they could have taken it a number of different ways.
Absolutely.
They could have been claustrophobic.
It's like, how do we get this replicator out of the water?
Yeah.
So, do you know the gag?
I do. I
In
do know the gag.
In the language in Russian, what is it, Evie?
Yes. So apparently, I was going to bring it up a little bit further down the line when it actually happens, because you can actually pick up one of the words that he says. It sounds like it does in English, but basically, as a spoiler, sorry. Oh my god, sorry, my notes still are not loading properly.
It's okay.
You're all right.
So basically, one of the officers says something about what could that noise be, and the other replies, maybe these are the bugs from the previous episode.
I had no idea. I love that. Still learning new things.
It's kind of funny. Both of these actors are actually Ukrainian, not Russian.
Really?
Yeah, they both have Ukrainian ancestry.
Probably why they're good at the accents.
Yeah, well, I actually read somewhere as well that apparently one of them is speaking Ukrainian, the other one is speaking Russian.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite hard to tell the difference.
They are very different.
Yeah.
But for the untrained ear, they do sound similar.
Yeah.
Here we go. Takes a moment for him to react.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oh, guys, I just realised the most boring intro inbound. Oh, thank you, Evie, you're about to info dump us during the most boring intro.
My apologies.
No,
so the submarine I wanted to mention was a B-39 Soviet-Russian Foxtrot submarine, and it was decommissioned in 94 and stored in Vancouver between 96 and 02. And in 2005, apparently it became an exhibit at the San Diego Maritime Museum, and the museum removed it in 21 and it was scrapped.
So 2 years ago.
Yeah, only 2 years ago.
Oh.
And apparently, this is the first SG1 premiere not to feature the Goa'uld.
Yeah.
Good point. Yes, that
kind of
true.
Interesting.
Yep.
And on the topic of visual effects, this episode was nominated for a Gemini, a Leo, and a Primetime Emmy.
Whoa, good for Stargate.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
It's got a strong presence, the whole thing.
Didn't he actually need to have his appendix taken out in real life? Which is why they did this?
He is.
Yeah.
I'd say that's his real scar for sure.
Yep.
Oh, the comment I wanted to make for Jean Diada was, oh, look at that tummy, Jean Diada. Bet you appreciate that. There we go.
For heaven's sakes.
Oh, you're funny.
She loves Daniel. I'm just supporting.
Yeah, Michael, we had him on for the close of Dial the Gate, and he told that story.
Such a good episode.
He told the doc, let me just go home tomorrow because I really got to get back to go home. I just really got to get back to working. The doc was like, no, you can't leave. He's like, why? He says, because you'll die.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of important if you'd like to continue working to stay right where you are.
Oh God, I forgot that Tilk's going to come back through with that weird beard that I don't like, and it's
Yeah, the
bleached,
soul
and it's like,
patch.
what? Why?
So not only did he have like the ability to grow it in a week, but
Bleach
also
it.
bleach it.
Honestly,
Also, technically, Sam comes back with extra hair as well.
she does. Honestly, this episode really does my head in, only just for these little gripes that I have with it, which is Sam's hair, Teal'c's hair. Jack looks fine. He came back perfect.
Jack looks
sure
pretty
did,
much
yeah.
the same. Yeah.
It's only been 1 week.
This is actually my favorite. This is my favorite
Yes.
Sam hair.
Really?
Yeah,
Not for
I don't know
me.
why. I just really like the slightly longer hair. So, Tilk is about to quote the wrong gate address.
No.
So, he mentions P4X 234, but it was actually, I think it was P3X
Oh, Teal'c.
234.
It's okay. People flub in real life. It's
Also,
more realistic.
Yeah.
Before we started, I was mentioning Twin Peaks. Donis
Yes.
Davis has a huge presence in Twin Peaks.
Yes, he does.
Does he really?
Yes.
Oh, is it good
It
to
all
see
comes
him?
around to Stargate
Yes.
eventually.
Yes, one of the episodes in season 3 was dedicated to him. Season 3 aired just a few years ago. So, and he has kind of a cameo. So, yeah. Everyone stinks. They need a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they'd be quite fragrant.
Oh my God, my heart is already going.
I know.
One of the greatest scenes in the show.
Yes. And it's a little bit flirty.
Oh, 100%.
Not that I'm complaining.
No. It's just one block.
Yeah, I love when she's on the, like, a little bit further down when she's on the ship with Thor and she's just like, is 2 blocks gonna be an issue?
Yeah.
I think you need 2 replicators minimum to create more replicators.
Yeah.
So Thor
unless
says
you've
you
got
need
a queen.
multiple blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so cute. I would have loved to see the two of them like just having to camp out for a whole week, just being like, wow, we're bored, waiting for the new gate to be installed.
Yes, I've read several fan fictions.
I was
about
going to
what
say, I
this
assume you have.
was.
Oh, look, deja vu incoming.
Wherever they went, was clearly able to grow everyone's hair.
Yeah.
Who wanted
Oh
it?
yes,
maybe you
it
found some
had
special
amazing hair rejuvenating qualities.
Right?
Yeah.
For those who wanted it.
Poor guy. Love it.
Colin Cunningham.
It's good to
Paul
see Davis back.
Yep.
What is with Colin Cunningham and the water episodes?
It's a fair point.
Yes.
I really love Descent. I can't wait to
It's
see
a great
that
show.
in a minute. It's so good.
Mhm.
He got to finally go do stuff.
Yeah, he wore an SG uniform for the first time, I think.
Yep. I want to say Jack and Sam are on the same side of the table, and that's blowing my mind.
Is that not normally a thing?
They're quite often on the same side of the table.
I know, but I'm noticing it more because of the new season.
Ah, right.
Season 4, they're just closer together than they need to be all the time.
A bug posed for a picture.
Deny.
Yeah.
I always thought they went and shot inside the sub, but they just, I think the thing is they took detailed photos of the sub and then recreated a set.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That
Would've
seems
been way
easier.
too- 'cause it's in San Diego, so you know.
Like
Yeah, it was
imagine
in
as well
San
trying to fit a
Diego,
camera
yeah.
in there. You want a set you can pull apart and stuff a camera in wherever you need it.
Yep.
Well, surely they did some filming on set because Martin Wood had that story about being in that capsule, trying to
Yes.
capture like the perfect angle of the replicator.
So I'm going to need
Potentially.
clarification from him when he comes back on. This is a huge moment in the show. The Russians are being brought into the larger galactic war.
Mm-hmm.
I actually quite like some of the Russians that appear like in the show. Like that there's kind of this tension between America and Russia, obviously in real life and in the show. But I think that it's portrays really well that like obviously the individuals aren't responsible for like, all the politics that go on.
Right.
Because there are some wonderful characters that feature.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saving the world is getting old. It just goes to show sometimes you just never get a break.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm glad I don't have their job.
Mm-hmm. Is it Peter? Was that Peter? No.
It
This
kinda
is
was,
Martin
no.
Wood. Yeah.
No, this is
Yeah.
Martin Wood.
Yeah.
Peter has a cameo in the next one.
Teehee.
Guess who?
This would actually be like terrifying if it just wasn't the Asgard. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
we'd
know who
have
the
a
Asgard
serious
were
problem.
either. When I started this episode, I remember being like, who the hell are these guys and who the hell are these guys to the Replicators and the Asgard? I
Wow.
had no idea.
Nicole watched Out of Order.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere that this is one of the first times that they've used like a fully CGI Asgard.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
in
But they would have used the puppets too.
They used him when Thor got up out of his chair and handed O'Neill his rock, his communication.
Oh
stick.
god, yeah.
So there's a
yes.
couple of beats.
Yes.
And this is
But
one
they
of the
must have
few
used
times...
puppets at some stage because Amanda Tapping has that story that was from this episode where she felt like
hug?
Thor was being inappropriate with her,
Oh
and
my gosh.
she slapped him and then apologized and then remembered that he's just
Oh
a
yeah,
puppet.
puppets are definitely... I mean, this is a puppet. But look at
It
this
was
rear...
getting
This is a
handy.
rear screen wormhole.
Yes.
That's finally not just shown in a reflection. So that's something new for the show.
Spoopy.
Thor, turn the lights back on.
Mm.
I wish my computer would have booted up that fast in the late 90s. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. Bullets. That's it, the Beliskner. I never remember that.
The Beliskner.
I remember the easy ones.
Do
Need
any of them
someone
have easy
dumber than
names?
you.
The Daniel Jackson and the
Yeah.
O'Neill.
Oh yeah, of course, the O'Neill.
Great line.
Yes.
I like that the dumber than they are is Sam, who's like the smartest of humanity, and it's like, yep, that one.
I know.
Well, she
still
fits that
can't-
sweet spot in terms of
Yeah.
intellect. So the Asgard needs
You may
someone
not-
stupider than them, but
Yeah.
the best that humanity has to offer. There you go.
I still can't quite, I don't know. I still kind of find it a little bit strange that the Asgard didn't name a vessel after Sam, seeing as she did help them out a lot, particularly in this episode.
It's a very
Daniel
fair
didn't
point.
really help them specifically at all.
Yeah.
I understand that they've got like a special relationship with Jack, but
Yeah.
then Sam,
Yeah, why did they skip
yeah,
Sam?
really did them a huge
Yeah.
favor.
That's true.
Yeah. Like Daniel just sat around with his appendix being a problem every time they
Yeah,
had trouble.
exactly.
Or he was dead, like
Exactly right. So
maybe it was to honor him.
there's a bit of it's kind of a little bit of a groove.
Oh, no.
You
Okay.
can see, even though this is a forward facing camera, you can see Jack in the background of Tilk's image there.
Is that him?
Not? I think so. It's really hard to see.
I have no idea.
So if the image of Teal'c is looking at O'Neill, then Teal'c should be facing.
Yeah, it's facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Paul Wu as Alex Baker. It's actually an unaccredited role, but this is actually Paul's 4th appearance in Stargate. He was also an extra in Emancipation, The Enemy Within, and Show and Tell, and he'll appear as a Jafar in 2 later episodes.
Some good episodes
in Atlantis.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. There's a lot happening here. We got our first look at Asgard cityscape.
Yeah. We've gone far in 3 and a bit seasons.
Yep. The production budget, you can see, is just really being
first episode of the season.
Screen.
I was going to say, Jacob just said, is this episode in the 2000s now? I think this is the 2000s now.
I think this is the 2000s, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Oh, we have someone I don't recognize who joined the chat called Batmole the Gator. Says Happy New Year.
He's
Happy
from
New Year.
Dial the Gates crew. Hello, Batmole.
Awesome.
Yep.
Hello.
Welcome.
So this is our first also look at the O'Neill class. Well, what the fans call the O'Neill class.
Looks fancy.
Yep.
And silver.
Yep.
Less like a hammer.
Tasty, tasty silver.
Oh yes, they love eating those new ship designs.
So that shot was San Diego, because the bridge was in the background there. This is
Do you think Michael Shanks enjoyed just sitting there, just like watching everyone work?
I got my appendix out the last episode, and now this episode, yeah.
He's been doing a lot of sitting the last few episodes.
They really could have thrown him into the action in this one, and they placed him, alongside Sylar.
Yeah.
But you're not exactly going to need
I think
an
it's
interpreter
okay.
for
His
the
skill
replicators.
set,
That's
his
right.
skill set's just different.
That's it. That's all there is to it. Some characters sit out.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's probably reasonably comfortable using a weapon at this point, but these guys are the true experts, so it's
he's really good at being funny. Beam out stuff.
Handle the projectile weapons.
This looks like a real sub to me.
Yeah. I'm quite certain they did some filming in the sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had to have done.
But the explosives were used
stuff? Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Little note as well that apparently, I can't read or speak Russian, but apparently several of the Russian words on the submarine's hatches and doors are misspelled.
Okay.
My boyfriend understands some Russian. Maybe I should get him to take a look.
Oh, I was going to tell a story before, not a huge long story, but my grandmother, because she was Polish and then she was in a Russian working camp before coming to Australia. She married a Ukrainian man. She used to speak a combination of all 3 languages.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
My mum and my aunties used to be like, "Mum, please just speak one language. We can't understand you."
Because she keeps on switching. Yeah.
Well, she kept on merging them all together into like one sentence. She'll like use all 3 languages.
Actually, my nan does the same. She mixes Catalan with Spanish and English, and I'm like, pick one for the love of God.
Yeah, when I lived in
one of the 3,
Philippines, my Filipino friends went back and forth between English and Tagalog. They call it Taglish because it's just a fluid, like they'll go back and forth between in the same sentence.
Oh, jeez,
it's a lot.
They just pick the words that like any idiolect does. You pick your own your personal selection of words. What cool! I love these.
This is some cool CGI. This is great.
It still holds up.
I love the way that they have the cameras here, and they're like the head cameras, and they're looking around with them because it adds such
well done. Yeah,
claustrophobic.
It's a good perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, they render it digitally, and then they probably process it through videotape or something similar.
Well, it makes it. I think it really accentuates the fact that it's so claustrophobic in there, having it from that point of view, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Kind of Blair Witchy.
And they can kind of save money on the replicator budget a bit, because having the fuzzy camera means that the replicators don't have to be as perfectly defined. So
well, and that's the other thing. When they're really moving, you've got motion blur to factor in as well. You can't have them crystal clear. So, which always irritated me trying to build the Stargate Omnipedion gate world when I was the screen capture guy.
Oh, yes.
It's a mama.
I bet you enjoyed getting that non-HD version of the mama and having to put that online. Just being like, yeah, there it is.
Doing what we can with what we got.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. So a lot of these red tracking dots that you'll see, they were there to aid the camera.
I was going to say, yes.
Positions.
There's lots of red markers.
And they just left them in because it looked good. So
It's like it's supposed to be there.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah, because the red dots are for the actors and the digital effects artists, aren't they?
Replicator vision. I love replicator vision.
I like how purple it is.
Yep.
Thanks for the reminder, Daniel.
And we see them again. We see one of those again in
oh god, what's the season
Arc of Truth.
Oh yeah, we do.
And in season 5's enemies as well.
Yeah, that's it. Enemies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the opener.
Yeah.
Oh, this I know you can't hear it, David, but this music.
The music's great.
It's great.
Joe's brilliant. He was good from the start of the show, but at this point, he's really come into his own. At this point, he's just showing off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And show off he should. Big oof. That's so cool.
So, I don't know anything about weapons really, but apparently they're using 12 gauge, which is extremely loud, and firing several shots within such a confined space without hearing protection could cause permanent damage to the eardrum. So I'm not sure why they're not wearing any.
I would say Teal'c's fine, but yeah, Jack's probably.
Yeah.
Sure.
My father is in the chat, everyone.
Oh, hello,
Mr. Reed.
Gray beard. Dad says,
Brilliant.
Has
Brilliant.
David talked about being aboard the Bremerton attack sub? So Dad is retired Army, and in 2008, 2007, he got us aboard an active nuclear submarine for a tour in
that's so cool.
in Pearl Harbor. So extremely
incredible.
cool experience. Yeah, there were guys sleeping on top of torpedo tubes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's where I like to take a nap.
Yeah. Jeez.
Do you have some photos from that?
No.
You weren't allowed to take any photos?
It was an active nuclear submarine, yeah.
Wow, what a memory though.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Dad just walked up to the guys on duty on the top of the sub and asked.
Give my kid a tour.
Really?
All of us, there were several of us that were there.
Give my family a tour.
They just asked the officer on deck, and they covered some things up and got us in. So
the closest I've ever gone to that is I have a Cambridge University badge, and I really needed the loo late at night, and I was like, you gotta let me into one of those university buildings, I gotta go. And they let me because I had the badge. The one time.
Downtown London, there are very few bathrooms available late at night.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
For tourists, you've got to have somewhere to go.
Yes.
Yeah. And the ones that there were, I think you had to pay.
Yeah, you got to go find a Starbucks or a Pret Cafe, and you'll get the loo there.
Or the red building bathrooms that are self-contained. So I heard for years that this prop was in MGM's possession. I have never seen it.
Which prop?
This
the replicator.
This one is obviously a visual effect, but when it becomes stationary here, I was under the impression that MGM had it, but
right.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yep.
That's not a good idea.
Can you imagine the Russians finding out that you blew up their sub?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do.
It's a cool souvenir.
And this totally makes sense. The blocks can only be as strong as their strongest local
Yeah. Which is why the
Yes.
purple
elements.
one is the surviving one
literally
because it came
are
from the
what
ship.
you
Yeah, it's an
eat.
Asgard
Yeah.
technology based replicator, so
Yeah, which is why blowing it up won't be good enough if that
That's
one
right.
doesn't, if that one carries on.
Batmall is the Asgard ship from this episode, the one Master Replicas will be releasing as a model later this year. Well, there's several. You have the original Asgard ship from that was introduced in Thor's Chariot, and then you have this one here that they're aboard, which is a variant. It's slightly shaped slightly differently, and then you have the O'Neill class, and then you have the science vessel, the Daniel Jackson
Yeah.
class. It's a science
There's
class.
a lot.
So there's 4 of them. So
Yes.
He likes the yellow ones. What is that made of? Does anyone know?
I don't know what they made these of. I'm gonna have to ask
I
Evil
want to
Kenny.
eat it.
It must
I
be
wanna
like
make it.
like it looks. Yeah, it looks very
I think they're just-
powdery.
I think they're.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, don't you think so the Asgard have apparently been studying humans and human physiology for so long. Wouldn't they understand how the tongue works?
Also, they eat, right? But they don't have genitals. So
Yeah.
where does it go?
I suspect that they have developed a
Another way?
I suspect that they have developed a food source that they purely put to work, as it were.
Oh, that
So
that is smart.
burns truly into
There's
energy.
nothing
I
to get rid
suspect.
of.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
great.
don't think that they would need to. So
I mean, to
because
be
you're
honest,
right,
if I
they don't
didn't have to go to the
orifices down
loo,
there.
then I would love that. I would love to not need the bathroom ever again.
Yeah, I suspect it
Yes,
converts immediately
yes.
into energy.
God, genius. I love that he's trying to remember Sam. He's like, I've got to quote her. She's not here. That's what he's here for. He's here to be the proto Sam while she's off doing other things.
Yes.
Got to fill the role while you can.
Yeah.
He's a mouthpiece for Sam.
They're only as resilient as what they're made of.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. Oh, silly question. Could a replicator make a version of itself out of wood?
I doubt it. It
Um,
has no. You
yeah.
can't conduct electricity through wood.
Hmm.
No.
It would have to
Have
be
we
some
ever seen
kind
them
of
eat
electrical
like a
conductive
natural material?
No,
Hmm.
they would. I mean,
They
unless
don't
they're
eat
trying to
natural
break through
materials.
something,
Yeah.
but otherwise, no.
Well, that's the thing that always confused me. Didn't they completely consume the Asgard planet in season 6, and they completely covered the surface in replicator blocks? But did they just cover up the stuff they didn't eat with themselves?
I
Or did
suspect
they
if you went
truly
down
eat everything?
far enough, you would find ground.
Okay.
So everything, like Carter said, it could go down for miles. We have no way of knowing how much of this. I mean, they've consumed all of their technology. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I suspect if you go deep enough all the way through, yeah, you're gonna find
You'll
whatever
find
the
all the
planet
plants
was. Yeah,
and leaves. Yeah.
yeah, whatever's remaining. Yeah.
Robin Christensen said, "Is this really live?" Yes. Hello. Tis live.
Welcome to our new show, our new season.
Yes.
Yay!
We needed a few months off.
Yes.
We did. We did.
So we're gonna blow the thing up.
Yeah.
That is the usual answer by the higher ups.
I think I've missed a couple of points that I wanted to make
Yeah.
because my notes haven't
That's
saved
okay,
correctly.
Evie. You make them whenever you
But
need.
I was going to say I missed the reference that Major Davis made to USS Dallas. So I read
Yes.
somewhere that it's possibly a reference to the Tom Clancy novel and film, The Hunt for Red October, in which the Soviet sub is hunted by the USS Dallas.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Love
Yeah.
Tom Clancy.
I love the visual effects in this pursuit here.
Yeah, I like the
'Cause-
way that they don't have to spend too
Agreed.
much money on it by doing it on the wall.
Right,
on the
exactly.
screen. Very
yes.
smart.
We see the evolution, or the continuing evolution of the Asgard iconography.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Christensen says, forgot how long this break was going to be. Yes.
It was
Happy
a
New
while.
Year.
Yeah, when was our last stream? It was
August.
October? September?
August,
Wasn't it
yeah.
August?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because David was like, Nicole's going to friggin' Bulgaria.
Friggin' Bulgaria.
Like, yeah, so.
Yeah.
No, it's okay, Sam. Just think out loud. This is what I do with my boss. Like, Thor is my boss. I just go up to my boss and I'm like, John, I need you to sit here and let me just talk crap to you until I figure out what I'm going to do with my day. And he just goes, yep.
Sometimes
You're comparing your boss to a puppet.
He is my puppet. Oh, dear.
Uh-oh, we're going down. The replicators have found the levers.
Losing their feeds.
They have La Big Brained, the sub.
Yeah, Davis isn't concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but below a certain depth,
Yeah,
they
can't.
can't get out.
The pressure.
No.
And if they're in the harbor, I don't see, how that's a thing. But maybe
Does
they
Thor have,
further
like, a
out
Red
to sea or
Bull?
something. Maybe I missed something because I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Lockwatcher just said it's very hard to listen to watch a podcast English, while driving. Almost spilled my cereal bowl. Why are you having cereal while driving?
That's a first. I've never had cereal on the road before.
Oh, like, we're
Lunacy.
talking like an actual bowl and a spoon?
Yeah,
Incredible. Wow.
that's
Don't
a
drive
new
and get
record for
cereal,
getting out
guys.
the door late.
Yeah.
I've like eaten the occasional piece of toast while driving, but I've never attempted a bowl of cereal. That is like next level.
Yeah.
That is next level breakfast on the move.
As a big cereal eater, I love this idea, but it's not very safe.
Sam
I love the way she
using
dumbs
those
it
brain
down.
cells. Yep.
All you can eat buffet. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, she's dumbing it down to someone who's far more intelligent than her.
Such lunacy. I love it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, that's exactly what she's
So
suggesting.
is the implication here supposed to be that, so surely like there are different hyperspace windows, right?
Mhm.
But like, are they entering the same hyperspace window
Yeah.
that the O'Neill is?
Yeah, they can
That's how they
join
got
the
it.
corridor that it's
Cool.
in.
Yes.
That's what I thought, because if not, that was going to be a huge plot hole for me and I was going to have a problem. Excellent. Good. I'm glad.
No,
You
it
know-
would be, the same window.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like the same window in the shot that we're going to see, so.
That's right. Yeah. Once they're in subspace, they can catch up and enter that hyperspace conduit. So
Yes, yes. And they can't use their weapons and shields and whatnot,
nope.
if I understood correctly.
No, they won't work in subspace. Yeah, they're not. But but the explosion works. So there you go. Gotta kill the mama.
Like, no wonder they're going to be mad. You know, they're about to shoot their mum.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole fleet of Bambis.
It's one of my favorite lines from season. Fleet of Bambi.
I'm so sorry.
You cannot
Oh.
compare that queen to Mrs. Bambi. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Bambi.
My favorite shot in the show.
I thought you were going to say my favorite shot in Bambi's
This
mum.
shot.
No.
Oh, no.
This is
Yeah,
a great
cool
sequence.
shot.
Very well done.
I love seeing them crawling around.
Yep.
I don't like spiders, but it's cool to see them do that.
You know, if they didn't get all three ships to give chase, they would have had a serious problem on their hands.
Yeah,
They were-
what if
they were
only one
lucky.
chased?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were lucky
and,
that
you know,
one of them didn't just stay behind.
But
Yeah.
they're not used to the Asgard thinking so stupidly. So
Yeah.
they all just choose to take off.
That's true.
Because they
That's
don't
true.
expect, what happens.
I love that. Like we're defending it with that because it makes perfect sense. Love when that happens. Yeah, let's stop him. This is my favorite thing about Stargate is watching them have a stupid idea that's going to work because it's so chaotic.
Well, that's what Brad Wright, talked about with the show. Stargate is low tech. So
Uh-oh.
mm-hmm.
Mama no likey. It's so cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to break enough of the blocks,
Yeah,
that they
with the
can't come
bullets.
back together. Yeah.
Yeah, because it like became a smaller version of itself. You sure don't want to triple check?
Such a good villain.
You know what I would have done? I would have
walked.
walked into that room. I would have grabbed a bunch of those purple blocks, stuffed them in my pocket, and been like, right, that should be enough for her to not rebuild anymore.
But they can just make
It's
walls
like
like,
Legos.
that. Yep.
No dear.
Crap.
Thank God they can't like just pick up some pieces of their mum and then like incorporate it into their own like design and then carry on doing stuff,
I'm sure there's an in-universe explanation for like the
Yeah,
frequencies of the
Yeah.
certain types
it
of
just
blocks.
completely disables the
Yeah.
the
Connections.
mechanics. Yeah.
Steel cannot work with trinium
Asgard.
composite.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
I assume everything that's silver shiny is trinium, but no idea.
Fire in the hole.
Or Nakoda.
Oh.
Hello. That made me jump when I was a kid, I'll say that.
They're stuck.
Yep. Need a
One
miracle.
of the sci-fi
The
tropes
melting.
that always frustrate me,
Yep.
Yes.
I will get into in just a moment.
Is it the
I
beam
think I
out
know
of the
what you
last
mean.
minute?
Just
Saved
in the
the
nick
last-
of
yeah,
just in the nick of time.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
We'll talk about that.
You can really overdo it.
Yeah. Stargate are in the nick of time, people. Like,
Listen to me. Get out. Yeah.
he just got you back.
Mm.
Mm.
I do love the way that, like, I think that these actors are so phenomenal at their job because they're able to sit there and stare at a screen and, like, give the emotions they need to on that. You know? Like, this show is really hard to, like, be genuine about as an actor. Like, from my opinion as a non-actor, I think it will be really hard. Kind of like Ewan McGregor being Obi-Wan in the Star Wars prequel trilogy, like, acting against nothing during the second film.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they follow. They plop in there.
You're right. This was a good way to represent the chase
Exactly.
without having to
spending
spend too much money.
Yep.
Oh, this is a cool shot as well.
That's
Yes.
cool.
We get to see a little.
Yeah.
Is that where Thor got handsy?
I would think so. I would think this is somewhere around it.
He's got really long arms down there
Yes, he does.
that
He
stick out
does,
quite a bit.
and long fingers.
Once it wasn't me taking it a step further.
Cool shot. The thing just stepping over the camera.
I love how Daniel can't describe what what
Yeah, it goes
happens? He's like,
Yeah.
He basically do that last time as well when the gate got beamed out in the previous episode. He was like, but they're gonna use it to escape.
Yeah, exactly right.
He's usually
They're
so
okay.
articulate,
They're
but he just
okay.
can't
Yeah.
find the words.
Can't find the words. And he's about to like lose his friends, but it's like, this is Stargate. They'll be fine.
Yep. Boom.
I love this last shot of Jack. It's a really cool moment.
What? He's like in the fetal position.
No, here when he's about to like grab, like he's like he tries to grab it.
They're climbing on him, and yeah.
Yeah. They all had to look away.
You missed
you know
it.
What? It's nice that Daniel was so willing to like watch his friends' last moments together. He's just like, I gotta watch it.
They can shoot across the universe real quick.
Now that's timing.
That is called hanging a lantern on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A character comments.
I would like to
yeah.
thank 200 for teaching me that.
That's exactly right. That way the audience know I intended for it to happen, and we move on.
Isn't this
Yes.
the asses conversation?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they had asses.
He's so
I was gonna say,
impressed just for a
I would
moment.
love to see a replicator with a butt, but then I've realized that's gonna look really inappropriate. No, thank you.
I know who you can ask.
Yeah,
Very square.
square butt, like a Minecraft butt.
Yeah.
He's about to say it. I would love to see Thor go fishing. Like, why didn't we get that in the
It would be
200th
so
episode
cute.
thing?
I mean, there's
when
some very
Mitchell
bad,
was talking about
like,
it.
fan-generated images of him fishing. He's got like a little fishing hat with like the little bait hanging off. Not bait, the little
Yeah, there's
lures hanging off it.
I need to
there's
see
a
that.
couple of fan images for sure. I think I've shown one on Dial the Gate.
He turned up for 200 to do the wedding ceremony. The least he could do is go fishing when Cam decided to attend.
That's true.
I like that no one wants to go fishing with him. Just no one ever wants to go fishing with this guy.
I love how he goes to adjust the size of the and then he gets beamed down. So apparently this is a reused clip from Fairgate.
Yes, stock footage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That is
What a
true.
way to save money.
Yep.
I love saving
they
money.
did spend it all on the replicators and all the other visual
The
effects.
set building for the end of the last season as well.
Exactly.
That is a really strong season opener.
Oh yeah,
it is
that
a good episode.
Oh god, we got to rate these things in a minute.
Yep.
Oh, gotta
We
stop
do.
thinking about that. Oh,
You
that's the
have
thing
to
we
get
do.
how it works.
Oh goodness gracious. Yeah.
Give it a second. Think about it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
So-
giving it now. I'm thinking about like how I want to digest this episode.
Gene
I'm trying to
Diotta.
think about the other ones.
Gene Diotta. The guy speaks 24 languages and couldn't use his words to say the Asgard beamed them out.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Re-recorded at Sharp Sound. I've been trying to get Sharp Sound on Dial the Gate for a while now.
Yeah.
But that was Small Victories, the opening to season 4.